A big hello once again to everyone watching. Welcome back to a second part of this new series on City Bus Manager, our Croydon save, where we're trying to recreate the success of Connex with their Bedlington Cross depot. We're over here. The current routes we have are the 455 and the 466. The 455 basically have the entire route over here in Mollington, comes through Frapier Lane, Wadden Marsh, before cutting through Croydon Town Centre, West Croydon, Croydon Flyover, coming up through Croydon Bowling Club, up here, and then down here will be where it will terminate in Purley. Across the road we have Purley Downs Road for the 466, cut through Croydon Town Centre, through East Croydon, and then all the way up here to Heathfield Farm, Coombe Lane. Now, so far everything is stable, it's good, we're making okay money. Not losing money, but the goal for this episode is just to increase frequencies, consolidate our routes, because currently the 466 runs every half an hour, as does the 455. The 455 every half an hour is pretty good, it's decent. In real life it runs every 20, might increase it to that, and I think within a year's time, every half an hour will be a lot more frequent than what it will run, because it will be completely withdrawn. And looking at the spaghetti mess that this route actually is, considering, you know, it terminates here and goes here, but then takes this massive detour, it makes sense as to why TfL are withdrawing it. But with that being said, I think it'll be more important to focus on the 466, get that up to frequency. Although in saying that, in this game, it does seem like the 455 is the busier of the two routes, which doesn't make any sense. This is not realism. This has disappointed me slightly. Oh! Hello, East Lancs Steam. Oh, Eric Steam. Wow. And also, hello to DJ over here. I have an idea of a man-made island on the Atlantic Ocean called London E. Oh, Jesus, are we getting the Boris idea of having, like, you know, a little island created in the Thames estuary just for, like, an airport? Except in your case, it's not going to be an airport, it's just going to be an island. So we have this bus here. We don't have the parts yet for it? No, we don't. Okay. So they're going to arrive tomorrow at 9. Speed the game up to 3 times speed. Whilst we wait for that, I feel like it would be a good idea to adjust our tickets. I think our ticket prices... Short distance, get it down to 165. A single ticket... You know what? Even though in London, there is no difference between going... No matter how far you go, the bus is just a flat fare. I don't think I'm going to recreate that, because that is just scamming myself out of money, so I'll leave that at £2.60. The day ticket, leave it around, I think, £6.20? I think it's actually... What is it now? I'll leave it at £6, and the weekly ticket is about £23 now. To make it accurate to real life, even though, I mean, this is as if we're acting like TfL, but that's not what we're doing. And also, yeah, thank you for subbing for City Bus Manager. There'll be plenty more coming. Go to the loans tab. What has like a good rates? See, ideally, you wouldn't want to... As much as here, this 130,000 loan is great. Sadly, you are repaying about 1.2k a day, which is quite a lot. I don't really want to be... But then again... It is a lot of money that you're getting up front, can buy plenty of buses with that, so I'll take it out. Go to the marketplace to buy some Line Cities. Should we upgrade all the way to the Line Cities? You know what, let's upgrade all the way up to the Line Cities. Get 4 of them. No, 5 of them, we can afford 5. Fantastic, we're over here repainting our brand new Line Cities. Get them in standard TfL reds. Slap on the bus's logo. Got to make sure everyone knows that this is a TfL bus, as if it wasn't blindly obvious from the fact it's bright reds. Get that on the sides. Could get Connex, or should we get Arriva? Could get Arriva. I would stick it up here, but then you can't see the actual name of the company, which is unfortunate. Or stick with Connex. You know what? I feel like I will Actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna recreate a stagecoach. Oh, this is their new logo, actually, never mind. Stagecoach. Get the new logo everywhere. Warren TFL 100% red. Can't do anything about that. It's just realism. Apply that. My island ain't similar to Boris's island. It'll be a city similar to London, but bigger. Better, cleaner, greener, and aesthetically pleasing. I mean, to be fair, central London is pretty aesthetically pleasing as it is. If you ignore like massive, just glass skyscrapers that now exist. All the older buildings are pretty nice in central London. But I do like your idea, especially making a greener, better city. Not sure how you'll make it greener though, to be fair. Cities inherently aren't that green because tons of people and... I mean, unless you do a TFL and you make an ultra low emission zones, except you change that to be an EV only zone. And then even then, you know, you're going to have to make some exceptions for, I don't know, heritage vehicles. I mean, to be fair, London's air is pretty clean as it is. A lot cleaner than it would have been during, like, the Victorian era, at least. Okay, so, bus routes. Oh, I was going to say, should do this before 12 o'clock, so that changes can apply today, but... I've missed out. It's half past midnight. That's unfortunate. Edit timetable. So, increase this down. Okay, 2 buses. Increase it down to every 20. Should we do every 15? I'd say do every 20. Since I did buy 5 more buses, I could put 2 of those onto the 466. I think keep it every 20 now, for now. See if the route, you know, it gets busier, how it handles with that. For the 455, edit the timetable as well. Okay, increasing it to every 20 throws on 2 extra buses. Right. Okay, I'll throw on 2 extra buses, get it every 20 minutes as well. Whilst here also, could recreate the X26. Except, in this case, it would literally be 3 stops. You go West Croydon, East Croydon, and then Croydon Road, Wallington Road. Which would mean it will be next to completely useless, but that also means it won't be a resource hog. Okay, so the garage is there. Where is Croydon Road, Wallington Green? Yep, that's where we'll start. And then it goes express all the way over to East Croydon Station, and then to West Croydon, and then comes around to Dingwall Road, East Croydon Station, and then back round to Wallington Green. Although interestingly, in this game, it thinks cutting through the residential roads is the quickest way of getting there instead of following the main roads. That's intriguing. I don't know if the TFL will take this on board, especially considering you want the bus to do this every half an hour throughout the day. I like the old stagecoach more in my opinion, but companies change over time. I personally think that the new logo has sort of grown on me now. I don't think it's as abhorrent as I thought it was when I first saw it. However, that doesn't change the fact I do not like the new regional livery. I do not like the new regional interiors because I think it's very, very just bland. It's grey, it's brown, there's not much colour. I really do like the old interior with the stagecoach colours. I think that was really aesthetically pleasing. It was really bright, which made it great. So to get rid of that is a bit sad. The new logo is okay, as I said. The interior... Oh, I need to actually add some more parking spaces. That would be ideal as well. This over here. Expand my operations. Add some more parking spaces. Okay, ideally keep them symmetrical, because then you end up... I can place one more there. Okay, good. Yeah, their regional livery, especially their interiors, not great. Also, what? Someone's driven straight through my bus wash. Oh, that's not how you meant to wash a bus. Damn it. Gonna have to retrain my drivers. Turns out they don't know how to drive. Yeah, they're evening. Oh, evening to you, Alex. What I also absolutely hate about the new Stagecoach rebrand is their regional express intercity route brand, and the old gold, old yellow, whatever you want to call it. That is just abhorrently disgusting, especially with route branding. The 700s, the branding it has, it's so tiny. It's like default Arial fonts. It's just sad. It's a sad attempt at doing route branding. Especially from like the previous coastline of Brandon, and then you just see yellow Stagecoach Gold Intercity. Oh, what route is it? 700. Oh, just says Chichester, Littlehampton, Portsmouth. Oh, okay. No, you know, you're not going to name the route. You're not going to give it anything. It's just that's how you're going to sell it to people. I miss Metrobus. You know what? I do too. Metrobus, especially in London, when they were separate from Gal, good company. It's a shame that they had to, well, the managing director retired in 2014, and then Go Ahead's decision was to consolidate it between Brighton and Hove and Go Ahead London. That was unfortunate. I mean, to be fair, the regional side of it is still pretty good, but then they decided to go with Volvos instead of Scanias as their backbone for their fleet. Which is, you know, again, another sadness. Because I feel like Metrobus and Scania were like synonymous. But now it's just Volvos. Which aren't too bad. Aside from the single deck G2s that they... Wait, no, what are they called? The B8 RLEs and the B7 RLEs. They're like mediocre at best, especially... Oh, and the streetlights. Oh god, the streetlights. I was cleared my memory of them. And then suddenly they just reappeared again in my mind, and like, nope, yeah. The streetlight's absolutely awful. Right, so get our buses all cleaned up, prepped for the morning service. Having a large array of different liveries here. We have the old Connex livery, have Stagecoach, Connex, and then we have this, which is a Metrobus one, which is a bit scuffed because the game decided to automatically put the Go Coach logo on. I don't know how that happens. I can't get rid of it. It wouldn't let me undo that, unfortunately. So these are going to be like the first vehicles I seek to get rid of in my fleet because they are, well, I was going to say non-standard, but delivery's just a bit grim. Remember HTT Group before it was taken over by Stagecoach? Yes, HTC was another one of those like companies where it was like small independents but still operated in London. Now, the only independents you truly have are Sullivan Buses and Uno. And I wouldn't even really class Uno as independent. Because they do have quite a big operation, but they only run, I was going to say only one route in London, but they do also have the school routes now, which, do you count them as like proper TFL? You know what, if you combine them, because they have two school routes, combine them, they count for one TFL, like proper TFL route. Get this bus clean because it's a bit filthy, a bit dirty leaves. Alright, so... Okay, the first bus of the day on the X26, completely empty. This is not accurate to real life whatsoever. Because even at midnight, the X26 is really, actually surprisingly busy. 100% a route, that should be 24 hours. Because that would just be an absolutely handy link to have, all throughout the night from Croydon all the way to Heathrow. Which was something that they were looking at the previous tender when the route got double-decked, but decided to drop it because they thought there wouldn't be enough demand for it. Which I think is just outrageous, completely. Because their company was in my local area. Yeah, well now, enjoy having Stagecoach. I mean, to be fair, HTC being taken over as Stagecoach isn't that bad, because at least you still get like funny misallocations at times. I mean, you're not really going to see, them throw out a diddy little E200 onto the 26 ever again. That's not going to happen, but you will still get some fun, interesting allocations, like sending little MIDI 1-door E200 out onto like a full-length E200 route. Because Stagecoach do still do that from time to time. Whereas if it was like RATP group, then... I mean, to be fair, they have thrown out single decks onto double deck routes as well. I feel like they only do that when they're completely desperate, which just seems to be all the time now. Never trust a French with anything. I really need the parts for this bus to just arrive. So I can fix it up, stop it steaming. This will be our little spare we keep in the garage all day just in case one of these decides to break down and just perish. So the 455 definitely needs a frequency uplift because just the section here north of Croydon, just leaving up to Wandle Park, that would completely fill a bus up. So probably, actually I say that the frequency enhance going from every half an hour to every 20 hasn't taken place yet. Because with this game, you have to wait until the next day when the clocks roll over past midnight for any timetable changes to take place, which is really annoying considering I made those timetable changes right at 12:30. And one of the routes mostly E200 MMC, but now there's a bit more double deckers. Are you talking about like the W13? That is also a plus side when routes start to, well, their allocations start to become a bit more interesting. See single decks on double deck routes and double decks on single deck routes. Stagecoach, thankfully, is one of those operators that isn't completely strict with its allocations. I mean, granted, they are pretty strict, but like not in terms of, I'd say, Gala, like very, very strict. They prefer literally to not run a service instead of putting like a single deck on a double deck route. I don't even know when the last time they did that was. No, the D6. That makes sense. To be fair, I feel like the D6 is a route that probably should be double decked. I've heard it's really busy. Okay, the 455 absolutely does need like an extra 1 or 2 journeys. Or just bigger buses. One of the two. So I think the early morning run-outs I'm probably going to allocate to the manline cities because they have higher capacity. And as evidence here, we do need that higher capacity because this bus was completely full up till Roundshaw. Yeah. Unfortunate over here. It's rarely busy, is it? That's interesting. I've heard different stuff. I've heard the D6 is a pretty busy route, a route that would warrant. I mean, granted, this was like a couple of years ago, so things could have changed, especially after COVID. But that is what I heard. To be fair, in saying that, TfL did choose to double deck the 481, which was like a tiny little MIDI 1-door E200 route. And then they decided next tender, instead of like putting longer buses, bigger buses, they were like, nope, go straight to double decking it. And I cannot for the life of me see how it was. How was a route that busy that it needed double deckers from those tiny little E200s? I think that is just TfL doing a It's where like one journey just gets completely rammed full because that's the school time journey. And instead of TfL being like, okay, let's get one bus and run that journey as a double decker, they're like, no, double deck the entire route. Because that's what they do for the 412 and what's another route that's only double decked just for the school time load-ins. But that is a TfL strat. Or we have just double deck the entire route instead of double decking that one journey. Which just makes it completely extra. It's just the capacity is not needed at all outside of like one specific window. I mean, to be fair, every single route is really, really busy during rush hour. Hence why it's called rush hour. I don't think I've been on any route that is completely empty during rush hour. I mean, only if they're like playing leapfrog with the bus in front. I mean, even then, I say that like a good example of a really busy route, especially during rush hour, is like the 227. Every single time I used it, even if we were playing leapfrog, we had like the bus in front directly in front of us, and we were playing leapfrog with it. We would still be picking up tons of people. Like the bus in front would be completely rammed solid, and we'd start being rammed solid as well by the time we got to Bromley. Completely crazy how busy that route is. And this didn't even matter if it was what day of the week it was, what time of the day it was. Like even on the Sunday, that route was just really busy. Such a shame it got downgraded to absolutely abhorrent streetlight maxes. The worst part is the Citaros were actually specially changed, specially customized for the route because they had bigger wheelchair spaces because the route carried a lot of buggies and school children. So Stagecoach went and requested a bigger wheelchair base so that they can fit more prams in. And Go Ahead just thought, nope, just get the bog standard streetlight max. You know, it fits the capacity requirements. Who cares? And I imagine now you just see lots of like children with their prams and their pushchairs just not being able to board. Such a downgrade. And another downgrade that is upcoming is the 358 going from Citaro C2s to whatever the hell those tram things are. I've never seen anything look more horrendous. Those tram things are just vile. Okay, I think parts have arrived for this. They have. Can start repairing and get the mechanic. That we're just paying him to sit around to actually do his job. To fix this, then we can just have it sit here. So our goal is to carry 13,000 passengers. That's just a passive goal that will happen eventually. Increase our bus network. So that will be with a new route, which maybe might start doing that. I do have another 30 grand, so I can buy a couple extra buses. What routes? I think I would want to start doing the 109. Which will be from Croydon Town Centre and then probably terminate up here at Norbury. Because that's as far as we can go before sending it up to Brixton. I think people need to insert air vacuum cleaners, air filters in London Sky to get rid of the bad smell and toxic gas, cigarette smoke, petrol. You don't... Sorry to break it to you, but that's not how that works. You just hoovering up the sky is not going to get rid of all the pollution. Okay. So, to increase our bus network, create a new bus line, we could create a public service line. We'd end up getting 2 grand a week from Selhurst Park if we created a route that just served this. So this just needs to go to a train station. It runs every half an hour, Monday to Sunday, between 4 and 8. Those are some really strange hours, especially for like a stadium. You would have thought you'd want it a bit earlier in the day as well, around midday, to get people to the stadium as well, but there seems to be a shuttle just to get people from the stadium. And we don't have enough of trophies to unlock anything that pays more yet. So, you know, I'll accept this. What should the route number be? I mean, I do like the C1, but that exists already. Croydon. I mean, this is Selhurst, so I could do the S1. There's also Nord Junction, which... I was going to say N1, but that would imply it's a night route, so can't do that. You know what? The CR1. There we go. So get it to serve Park Road, and then down to Nord Junction Station. That fulfills the contractual obligations. Actually, get it to also serve a couple more. South Nord Clock Tower, then go around to Nord Junction Station, Russell Court, and then Park Road. This will be every half an hour, requires 1 bus just between these hours. I mean, this just runs for 5 minutes, and then we'll have a 25-minute layover, which is a horrendously inefficient use of resources. But you know what, that's just what this game is like sometimes. Send out this unbranded bus onto it. Oh, there's no bus driver available. Damn. Oh, This bus driver looks like he's having an existential crisis. This one over here is angry at me, so good thing he's driving his bus and he's not actually in the garage. Let's hire some more people to underpay and be absolutely furious with me. No, just hire everyone. Okay. Send out this line city onto the 455. We can get some articulated buses, but I don't think... You know what? I'll start researching some articulated buses, because we do kind of need it. Also research company ratings, so we can actually see what areas we need to improve in for our go-away London operations. The new trams on the 358 are atrocious. Yeah, they are. I mean, to be fair, on the inside, they're absolutely lush. Love the interior, it's luxurious. London has finally understood that you need to have like actual selling points inside the bus. You can't just have cattle class. Here's a seat, here's a window, what more do you want? You do need some creature comforts like USB, Wi-Fi, leather. But then if you look from the outside, you see the horrendous shape of the entire bus. The fact it looks like... I refuse to actually describe what it looks like, because trust me, if I try describing it, you will actually go blind and deaf from hearing it. Also, the wheel caps, I don't understand why the wheels are covered, why they tried making it look like a tram. I don't understand that. And the fact the front doors are single leaf, that is the stupidest decision. I don't know who at Go-Ahead signed off on that, why they didn't consolidate with the manufacturer harder to get double leaf doors, because single leaf doors, especially on that route, is going to be horrendous. Load and dwell times are just going to increase tenfold. My area is mostly stagecoach, but there's one route that's Gal. Right, so I'm guessing your area used to be probably predominantly HCT, and then Stagecoach bought them out, so now it's predominantly Stagecoach. I'm guessing it's around, what's the area? It's not Walthamstow. No, it wouldn't be Walthamstow, because Walthamstow has quite a lot of Gal routes. It's where a couple... Actually, obviously you said Ash Grove, so... But yeah, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. See, the area I used to live in Croydon, it used to be predominantly, well, quite a lot, actually predominantly Arriva. But now it's very much... Actually, I'd say Arriva is probably the minority operator now, because it's predominantly Go-Ahead and Abellio. And there was TT and Arriva. Yeah, I assume Arriva lost their routes because Arriva just cannot hold on to anything for longer than one term. They win a route, and then but by the time it comes around the tender again, they lose it. In classic Arriva fashion. And Tower Transit, again, they're just going for a rough period. Well, I say Tower Transit, it's now RATP Group. They're just consolidating their work. Actually, to be fair, Tower Transit does technically kind of exist still, because they do have a 25% stake in the, what is it, in X, I think? It's not Lee Interchange, it's the other one. Actually, no, was X sold to Stage? I can't remember. Honestly, there's been so many changes that's happened in the past, like, year and a half. Can barely keep up with it. But they do have like a 25% stake in the new London Transit company that is predominantly operated by RATP now. Hopefully. And then I would want to see... I was going to say I would want to see the X26 operated by... operated by RATP. But I forgot their Epsom... They closed their Epsom garage, so there isn't really a good route to operate it from by them. I guess I could operate it from Tolworth. Actually, I say that, yeah. X26. The X26 is one of those routes that can just be operated by quite a lot of operators, to be honest. Obviously, Gal currently operate it with the one-door G2s. which are unique in London for being the only single-door double-deckers in TfL livery. And first when it existed, First London, what a meme. What a meme. I mean, to be fair, they did it before it was cool pulling out of London operations. Because they decided to pull out all the way back in 2013. I bet you they're absolutely regretting that, considering the state of their operations regionally. Okay. Okay. I think now, new route, creates... Start creating the 109. This obviously is... so it stands at Catherine Street, comes around to Fairfield Halls. Used to actually come around to Park Street, but now it can't do that because this is... It just doesn't do that now, so it comes around Fairfield Halls, goes around to Whitgift Centre. Okay, not like that, not actually going and parking through Whitgift Centre. Come through West Croydon bus station, and then it goes around to West Croydon station. Montague Roads, yep, Summer Road, Broad Green Avenue, Canterbury Road, Croydon University Hospital, Dunheven Road North, Ponton Heath Pond, Collier's Water Lane, Langdale Road, Heathview Road, London Road Galpins Road, that avenue, Tallercroft Road, St Helens Road, and terminated at Norbury Station for now. Send it all the way back into Croydon, and this is going to be an absolute crime considering how busy this route actually is in real life, but we'll run it at every half an hour and hope it doesn't take too many resources. If not, it might actually have to be every hour. Croydon University Hospital, and then Canterbury Roads, Broad Green Avenue, yep, Broad Green Avenue, Summer Road. Did I skip over Summer Road in this direction? Whoops, gonna have to correct that. Montague Road, West Croydon Station, then around Poplar Walk, then around to Whitgift Centre once again on the opposite side, and then it comes around Park Street before terminating again at Catherine Street. And so Montague Road, I'm gonna have to come up here and actually insert. Yep, I did accidentally skip over it. Put in Sumner Road, sorry. So it requires every two buses for every half an hour. This is a 24-hour operation, so I will emulate that. Set the last bus to run at midnight, and then if you look at the timetable preview, scroll down, perfect, it's half hourly throughout the day, all day. To be honest, could probably get it down to every 20 minutes with 2 buses. Yep, that still requires just 2 buses. So yeah, that's fantastic, that works. Higher frequency, running the 109 now. This should be a route that is pretty busy. Now, every single route pretty much pops into Croydon some shape or form, apart from this little shuttle we have going on here, which honestly I don't even know why I accepted the contract for, because this is barely paying anything. I mean, 100 quids per trip, I might as well just withdraw it, to be entirely honest. And again, I say that, and the X26 is literally only marginally making more. Alright, so if our operations start going downhill, well, we can see where the fat is to trim off. Okay, all our buses are returning back in for the night. Got our first nighttime route going in the form of the 109, which in real life is actually a night route, as it's the N109. It extends all the way up to Oxford Circus instead of terminating at Brixton. However, there's no point in creating a separate route for that right now, because it would literally just follow the exact same route as the daytime 109. I can't extend it any further, so I'm just going to make it be a 24-hour operations. I have a custom Victoria Line extension idea to East Croydon via Herne Hill. To be fair, when the Victoria Line was in its planning stages, they did consider extending it all the way down to East Croydon. That was one of the options, and it would have been so useful. But for some reason they thought, you know, the A23 corridor, no. We can't see the demands in extending all the way down to Croydon, even though the 109 is literally, well, I was going to say the busiest route in South East London. It's actually the second busiest. The 36 is busier than it. But still, just one of those routes that is, I think the last time TfL released their bus usage statistics, I think the 109 still had 10 million annual passengers, I think. So whatever genius decided not to send it down to East Croydon, good job. But then again, it's like, it's probably in the same boat as like the Bakerloo line extension. It's probably something that they've been like actually doing the planning on, doing the research on, seeing if it's feasible and whatnot, and then just turns out we're broke, can't afford it. Sorry, boys. Which summarizes the entire Bakerloo line extension idea to send it down to Lewisham, and then down the Hayes branch of Southeastern, which would have been pretty useful, but obviously then, you know, everyone living on the Hayes branch would have lost their direct connection to central London, their fast trains to Cannon Street and Charing Cross, but that would have been in favour for more centralised connections in terms of like Regent's Park, Marylebone, you know, Paddington, all those destinations on the Bakerloo line. Pros and cons, but obviously it's not going to be extended. Well, it's not going to be extended to Lewisham. Never mind Hayes. That's now looking to be in the 2040s. Okay, so Selhurst Park has messaged me and said, "Dear Sir or Madam, so far the CR1 has not been used by as many passengers as we would have hoped. Please feel to make changes to the line. Yours sincerely, Selhurst Park." Okay, so that's the company basically telling me, like, slapping me in the face, telling me what you have done is absolutely atrocious. Please change it. So that's what I'm going to do. What I'll do instead is I'll actually make it be like a shuttle between East Croydon and Selhurst Park, which or actually no, from West Croydon. So I'll make it follow Bedford Hall, around Hogarth Crescent, Devonshire Road, Beaconsfield Road, Selhurst New Road, Selhurst Station, Heavers Farm Road, Clifton Road, what the hell is this, Park Road, and then turn it into the stadium. Oh, hold on, if I go here, does that does connect it? Okay, so down here is still connected, Clifton Road still connected, Heavers Farm Centre, apparently that is still connected. Okay, so I'll just send it to Heavers Farm Centre. Turn it back at Selhurst Station, Beaconsfield Road, Devonshire Road, well actually Cromwell Road, Hogarth Crescent, Bedford Road, St Mary's Church, West Croydon, and then turn it into West Croydon Station. So I'm basically doing just like a short run of the 75 here. On a bit that isn't really that busy on the route, because you both have the 157 and 75 that parallel each other here. Run that every half an hour, that's now every 15. Oh, sorry, it takes 15 minutes to do that. If you pause the game, you can assign a bus to do anything you want for taking care of them. If I pause the game, I can assign a bus to do anything I want for taking... I'm not quite sure what you're saying there. So assign the bigger buses onto the 455. Get the line cities out. And in terms of research, so we researched articulated buses. If we look at the marketplace, we got the 7900G, which are not great vehicles, at least in the UK anyway, because they're basically single-deck B5 LHs, which are... Look, if you thought the G3 B5 LH is like jerky, you ain't seen nothing yet until you've seen the single-deck version. They are biased towards North Londoners. Yeah, that's true. It was envisioned as like a quick link between Walthamstow and the city. That was their plan, always to have it terminate somewhere in Walthamstow. Sadly, us South Londoners, well, we have buses, we have trams, and we have the railways. Tube? Sorry, we've never heard of that. It's too expensive to extend down here. We don't have the population density, we don't deserve the tube, whatever the hell their rationale is. That's fine. Just means that we keep our fast, 10 minutes services into central London. At least if you're near a railway station. If you're out in the suburbs, well, it's the bus for you. Okay, so far doing pretty well. Let's follow this 109, which is just left West Croydon. Loading up pretty nicely. Through Montague Road, through Sumner Road. 109 in the opposite direction, somehow a minute late. Don't know how that has happened. Broad Green. Up to Croydon University Hospital. Okay, so it's not really busy, it's not heaving. But, you know what, I'm gonna leave that running and hope that it eventually gets busier. Fingers crossed. Oh dear, I feel like I tried emulating like successful routes in this game and none of them have been working. Because if you look at the 466, completely empty. I mean, then again, this is the section between East Croydon and Addington Village, which is accurate. At an 8-minute frequency, that's just not needed all the way to Addington Village. Yeah, standing at Croydon flyover down here. Okay, this is looking a bit dire, to be honest. But then again, it is still very early in the morning. Hopefully during peak times, around rush hour, around 7:30, these routes might get a bit busier. So from Addington Village is 466 empty. The X26 pretty empty. Oh dear. So come into this menu, look at our bus routes, see how they're doing. To be fair, at least X26 is making some money. It's not just losing me money, but I mean, when you have journeys like this that have picked up absolutely no one. Oh wait, hold on, did it pick up 6 people? It picked up 6 people and it broke even. Yeah, not great. So if you pause the game, you can assign it to the petrol station. So if you pause the game, you can assign it to go to the petrol station bus. What? If I pause the game... I'm not sure, I'm not really certain where that is. All at once. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, you are right. It has just... Oh yeah. I have just assigned it to do all of those things at once. And is that now going to go refuel? Oh yeah, now it's being cleaned. I mean, it doesn't need cleaning, it's spotless. I cleaned just went in and, you know, to inspect and be like, yep, not a single flake of dust anywhere. Then left. And now it's been refueled. Oh. I did not know that. Thanks for that. That's actually pretty useful. I mean, granted, it would be more useful if I had more than just one of each. You know, one refueling station, one petrol station, one bus washing station, one, you know, lifting bay. It would be useful if I had more than one of those, but I'll have that noted. Okay, assign this one to the 109. Now we're completely out of buses, so I'll get a couple more second-hand ones. Get a couple of Lion Cities. Okay, get a couple of new Ramseys, I guess, instead, since I can't afford the Lion Cities. Get this repainted into London Red. Do I have... I'll put it into the Connex livery. Send that out onto the 109. Get the 455 Ram Solids. Great. The 109 also Ram Solids. So things are looking up. Looking at our finance page, we are making decent money. It is profitable. We do have a few spare buses, just in case we need to send anything out. Yeah, things are progressing pretty nicely. Quite a lot of people waiting. That's one in Sugarloaf for the 466. Okay, for the 466 in the opposite direction. Come on. Get yourself down to Pearly. Turn around. 14 minutes late. Oh, sounds about right for the 466, to be honest. You end up waiting for like 20 minutes for one, and you end up getting 4 turning up at once. Oh, busy. Everyone gets off at Croydon Library. I mean, that's not very accurate, but kind of accurate. It's around school time, that is where quite a lot of school kids would get off from the Pearly direction. But majority of people do just get off at East Croydon Station on the 466. Because if you're going to Addington Village, just take the trams, quicker. And then 455. I don't know why it does this way. You know, it serves this and then it has to come back around the roundabouts. Bit annoying. Could change that, but it's not really worth the effort. Only adds like 1 minute to the journey time. So next I'm gonna leave it up to chat to decide where I should expand to next. Should I expand to the north, up to Brixton area, Streatham area? Should I expand more to the west even? So go to Sutton, to the Sutton area. Should I expand more down south into Pearly proper? Or should I expand to the east to Addington Village? Place it in chat. Whoever, well, if it's one person who just says east, then I guess I'll just pick that, but you know, whichever one I see the most will be the one I pick. Because thankfully I can't do an oopsie here and accidentally expand to the north of the river. Expand to the east. Okay, 1 vote for the east. So we can expand in the 466 all the way to Addington Village proper. Go Sutton. Okay, now I have 2 conflicting opinions because they're on opposite sides of the map. Do I go to Addington or Sutton? Anyone else want to throw in their opinion? Because otherwise I'll have to decide. Okay. Oh, since the next shift is for the X26, I think I'm going to expand to Sutton. So research, expand over to the west. And we're expanded into Sutton. Oh dear, that's brought us straight into the reds. Our ratings, the Go Away London Bus Company is a good company. The only downside is that ticket prices could be cheaper. So how much more do you want your ticket prices to be subsidised? They're already pretty cheap, also this is absolutely horrendous. Hold on. Get someone to clean that. If we go over to our ratings, we can see in terms of details, the main complaints people have is the fact that service centre not friendly, bus drivers not friendly. But these 2 things don't sound like my problem. The service centre waiting time is also horrendous. Aha, I see. They're all packed in here like a, you know, like a pack of sardines. Probably somewhere in Bromley. I would do that. Actually, I probably should have done that because it's expanded to Bromley. Could have created the 119. Another pretty busy routes. A good east to west. That's such a random message. Just, I am currently satisfied. Thanks for telling me. How much more do I have to pay you for you to be friendly? £3 an hour. Okay, no chance. But I send you on holiday. They're only on holiday for 1 day. Not really a thrilling holiday then. But yeah, no. Expanding into Bromley, that is probably going to be my next... no. No, I think I'm going to expand up to Streatham next. Properly get the 109 going and make it profitable, hopefully. Okay, so we need to expand the service centre. Since currently, we are packing them in. They're here literally just to watch paint dry. They're staring at the walls. Oh dear, okay. Build up some more service desks. Okay, not like that. Don't get them embedded into the service desk, ideally. Okay, a couple more. Let's get service employees. Let's get 2 more. Okay, need to expand offices as well. Going horrendously into my overdraft here to finance all this. Expand the offices. Place in a couple of doors. And then for the service centre, nope, go to the staff page. And then we can hire 2 more people. There we go. They're in here. That should reduce down the waiting time from 2 hours to hopefully under an hour. Expand it down to Sutton. Give it a little while whilst the game loads up the complex nature of maps. Okay, so has that? Yes, we have managed to reach Sutton. Good. So for the X26, edit the route from Wallington Green. Where does it stop after Wallington? It doesn't. It does stop at Carshalton. So it stops at Croydon Road, Wallington Green, and then at Carshalton High Street. I'm pretty certain. Yeah. Carshalton High Street. And then it stops around the police station in the direction of Croydon. And then at Grove Road? I think that sounds right. I can't remember where the X26 stops when it goes to Heathrow and Sutton. Then on the way back, stopping off at Carshalton High Street. Town Centre. Could you do the 407 in Sutton? I can, yes. Okay, it's Carshalton High Street, then it goes back around to Wallington Green. Oops. Hang on a minute. This route has... What has it done here? Okay, that's just absolutely not right. So Sutton Grove... What? Carshalton... Okay, hold on. Okay, so Carshalton High Street and then up to there. Wallington Green, Carshalton High Street. Okay. Now that requires 2 buses. Fine. Okay, we get the 407 up and running. So the nearest point, okay, to the garage is Croydon Road, Wallington Green, which is where the 407 goes. So we could send it to Croydon first. However, I think I'll send it in the Sutton direction. So it comes around to Carshalton High Street, Pound Street, then Carshalton Road, Cambridge Roads, Oxford Road, Carshalton Road, Ringstead Road, Lind Road. Doesn't serve that twice. Then comes around Chalk Pit Way. Where's Marshall's Road? Sutton Civic Centre? No. Is it Nicholas Centre? There it is. Okay, so Court Roads, Grove Road, Sutton Park Road, the Civic Centre, St Nicholas Centre, Crown Road, and then it terminates here at Sutton's Marshall's Road. Comes around Manor Place, Times Square, Sutton Police Station before going back to Lind Road, Carshalton Road, Ringstead Road, Oxford Road, Carshalton Cambridge Road, Pound Street, Carshalton High Street, back round to Croydon Road, Wallington Green, then Wallington County Grammar School, the Holt, Church Road, Guy Roads, Croydon Road, Plough Lane, Wait, hold on. Is that not where the... No. No, that is not where the... Or is that... I think I've got my stops confused, because I'm pretty certain the X26 stops here instead. Damn. Anyway, Lavington Road, Pearlaway Warden Station, then it comes around... It's... does it go up here? Yeah, I'm pretty certain it does. Alton Road, Pearlaway Warden Road, Courtney Road, Wandle Park Tram Stop, Warden New Road, Warden Road, Rectory Grove, then around Reeves Corner. Okay, hold on. Rectory Grove, Reeves Corner, Tamworth Road, Central, Ruskin Road, West Croydon Bus Station, Whitgift Centre, doesn't stop at Fairfield Halls, what am I doing? Park Street, then it comes around to Croydon Croydon Flyover even. I'll actually put the stop there. Coombe Road, Aberdeen Road, Swan and Sugarloaf. Now it does continue on down to Caterham, however I think I'll just terminate it probably in the town centre. So cut it back to Croydon Flyover. Put the stop actually over here. And then send it back up to Croydon Library. And it doesn't serve Park Street, it goes to Fairfield Halls, Whitgift Centre, around West Croydon Bus Station, around Ruskin Road, Tamworth Road Central, then Church Street Tram Stop, then Rectory Grove, Warden New Road, Wandle Park Tram Stop, Courtney Road, Warden Road, Alton Road, Pearlaway Warden Station, Lavington Road, Croydon Road Plough Lane, Guy Road, Church Road, The Holts, Wallington County Grammar School, and then it comes back around to Wallington Green, which is where it starts. Yep. So this requires 3 buses to run every half hour, which is a crime again for this route, which is really, really busy. Start it around 4:45, that sounds about right. You could check on a map. I could, that is a fair point. I have no bus drivers. Right. Get a few more bus drivers then, get everyone here. Don't even look at the applications, just hire them. Very quickly, I'm going to check on the map on bustimes.org. Very useful site to see the routes that buses take. Go onto the X26. And it stops at Carshalton. Oh no, I was right. So it does stop at Croydon Road, Wallington Green. The reason why I remember Plough Roads, Guy Lane Plough Roads. Hold on, where is it? Is it? It is this one. No, it's this one. Croydon Road Plough Lane is because originally the X26 did stop here for all of about 2 months, and then the stop got removed because TfL felt it was too close. It was, you know, in between East Croydon and Wallington Green, so they thought it's fine, just take the 407, just take local buses, you can connect with the X26 like that. And there was a massive local campaign by the residents to try and get this reinstated because it was extremely useful for them. Okay, finances, get loans. I'm going to put myself in crippling amounts of debts. Get rid of that. Ugh. Get rid of this. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. 140 grand. Go to the marketplace. Buy myself 4 more line cities. Load up. I think no. Okay. What I'm going to do is I have the assets for it. I'm going to recreate. Okay, that's the roof. I'm going to recreate the first willow leaf livery. Imports decals. I have the first logo. Imports. Have this. Imports also this, and then also import their actual name. So the willow leaf logo livery even. It's about here. Then on the other side, get about there. And then to just continue it all the way through. It's like slightly too big. There we go. This now takes, it's really finicky, it takes a lot of time, however, would eventually be worth it. Get that going over there. And then the same thing on this side, except this side you have a massive door in the way, so there's less area for me to actually have to paint. Get this also here, over there, over here. Oops, that's slightly out of line. Oh well. Just don't look too hard and you won't notice it. Right, now I need to try colour match it. Oh, that's yellow, I need orange. Nope. Missed it. Oh, I really hate this bug. Okay, that's not... Oh, bye-bye, see ya. Oh, this is... It's really annoying, this bug. I need it... No. Like here? I'd say... I think... That's probably as close as I'm going to get, to be entirely honest. Get it right underneath. Get it nice in line. Get that going. Going on this side, which on this side is a lot more evident it's not the right colour. But these are tiny little details. There we go. Do the same thing with the first logo. But that's... I'll put it underneath right here. It's almost like first never left London. And their logo. They're still here in our hearts. Okay, now there's not space for the boss's roundel. Whoops. Who needs to know it's a TFL service anyway? Get the first logo on the front. There we go. Save this as first London. Save locally. I might end up publishing these onto the workshop if anyone wants any like Brighton and Hove liveries or some London liveries, fictional ones, realistic ones. I do have some on my Steam profile page uploaded to the workshop for this game. I did decide to create quite a lot of branded routes, branded liveries for Metrobus for Brighton and Hove routes. Could you please do the 470 in Sutton? I will, however, I can't, I'm not going to do it immediately. I'm going to be focusing, now that I've got the 407 as well, I've expanded quite a lot, I've added 3 new routes. So I'm going to try to consolidate these routes, build on them, increase their frequency, and then probably in the next episode I will do the 470. There's no bus available to run the shift. Oh, don't say it's so. Oh dear, I'm really running my weight bare bones. But I think, with that being said, I think this is a good spot to end this episode. We've done quite a lot, expanded, added 3 routes as I said before, increased the frequency of both the 466 and 455, they're now every 20 minutes. Not that you could tell considering this bus is 20 minutes late. And the 466 behind, hello, is also 20 minutes late. So they're technically on time. And this is also 20 minutes late. What is happening with the 466? Okay, ignoring those problems, I thank everyone for watching. And if you made it this far, ensure you like, subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time in the next episode of City Bus Manager, which I'll make sure is every once or twice every